Hello! Welcome in to this week's chapter of New Blood by Night. I'm your host, your storyteller, your dungeon mistress, Void Doll. It's your bitch on the internet. I got that from Just Another Villain, by the way. Yeah, speaking of, I'm going to pass the mic over to the one and only Just Another Villain.
Ohio! It's me, Just Another Villain, who plays Damien, who has gone through a whole ass arc, man. I mean, everyone has, but it's gone through a whole ass arc. Yeah, playing Damien today. Pass it on over to Spectre Zero.
Hello, my name is Spectre Zero. I'm your time-traveling dimension-hopping android, and in this game, I play Aurora. And if I sound a little weird, it's because I'm recovering from a cold, so apologies. So Aurora might have that sultry, voice. Or crack. So I apologize for that. And with that, I am passing it over to the next person who I totally remember who's next. Jabril? Cosmic?
Jabril? Wait, is it my name? Hold on. I feel like
hold on. Cosmic.
No, that's wrong.
Cosmic!
Hello, I'm Cosmic. Playing Mori, the looking forward to the end, I guess. You know, maybe watch some Scooby-Doo, call it great. All right, is that everybody? I think it is.
Go back to me.
Pass it over to Lukey.
Yep, it's me, Lukey. Luke Anime Memes on the internet.
Happy birthday! Happy
boy,
birthday,
Jabril.
Luke! It's your birthday! Oh my god, this episode is on your birthday! It is your birthday! Happy birthday episode!
I'll try to do something crazy for everybody, so to make it special. And I'll pass it back to Dolly with that small foreshadowing.
Oh no.
All right. I will start off the recap, and then I'm going to pass it, as per tradition, over to the baby boy. Last time was chapter 43. Today is chapter 44.
That's the double death number, I just realized.
Go ahead, Bill. Take it away.
So in the previous episode of New Blood by Night, we began with the current fallout and issue of the exorcism. Everyone kind of did their own thing. Luke held the line while Mori and Aurora were trying to like contain and stop this little thing from like re-entering the body of Mia, who was just like kind of like catatonic for the moment. Aurora got her away, so she was just further from it, and eventually the thing was destroyed. There was a moment of frenzy once Mia was moved away, because Gabriel kind of lost himself, got a little lost in the sauce, if you will. So there was a bit of tussling while that was happening. The Fomor was eventually purged from existence, but was quote-unquote still present as several slits began to appear upon the chest and abdomen area of Mia, since this thing did both internal and external damage. While everyone was trying to, deal with this, and eventually, Gabriel. Sorry, we went back. Gabriel, the birthday boy, the former MILF hunter, eventually was able to settle down, and once we were able to, a rite was done, which was the rite of abjuration, to purge and cleanse the area of any possession or evil spirits, which kind of gave this feeling and sense of like serenity and peace, as like this cleansing force was able to spread throughout the room once this was done, everyone kind of felt the effects. Damien just, went outside, shifting down, like trying to process this like newfound like sense of urgency, sense of this new, can't think of the word right now, this new charge he's been given. That's it. And so he just like goes outside while everyone inside kind of, just checks up on Mia, has a couple of conversations, but Aurora goes outside, him just trying to say, I remember everything that's happened to me, but I'm just angry. Like, I can't explain it. It's just like a persistent rage that exists throughout me as a whole, and I can't quite quantify it or put it into words in that regard. And then out of nowhere, we have Nina come in to essentially, kind of be like, well, this is the reason why. And eventually he kind of has like a powwow with her and Aurora present, explaining the charge that he's been given by way of Gaia, which is supposed to be a righteous cause, but the cause is flawed in a sense due to what they are. The Guru just tend to fight and have persistently rage for this cause and this need to fight the form of entropy and decay that is the worm, but there's more complexities to it than what is on a surface level. Once everyone was able to come outside, we all began to formulate a plan, essentially, to attack this thing, not only in the physical, but in the spiritual, the umbral realm, the mid-umbra, technically, if you want to get very technical, which were broken up into teams to where it would be Damien and Robbie going into the Umbra, and then everyone else going to the physical of the caves itself. So, like, there's going to be some sort of distraction, since this being is so powerful that it affects both the umbral and the physical simultaneously, which is very wild. Like, big time. And with that, Robbie was having, like, issues, like confidence issues, because he's not sure if, like, he can actually live up to, like, fend off or fight this, or, like, do we have to do this? Do we not have to do this? Can we just go and run? Like, he was just having, like, reservations and second thoughts, essentially, of the whole thing. And Mia's still conked out. Eventually she will wake up after having a bit of rest, but it's crazy. Even Zero's all worked up, ready to just, like, tusk, go and fight, but, like, Damien's even like, I don't know if you could come in there, because I'm afraid you're just going to, like, poof, essentially, since you're just a little guy. But it's all right. But he still wants to go in with the boys, the lads. With that said, Mori brought out some like armor and some other extra provisions that she brought, so the group can help fend off this monstrous thing, since we have no idea how, like, big it actually is, which I believe that it is, so big that it affects the entire ecosystem as a whole. Robbie was also worded as a additional note that I was given. So with that said, we concluded the session with, let's see if Agatha wants to work with us. If not, then, she's against us. And if we have to fight her, we fight her. You feel me? So that's...
Because we're trying to get I don't know if you had mentioned this, but we're also going to see if we can get in touch with some other people to help us.
Whatever people you can get a hold of. Which, good luck.
You
and
also
Godspeed.
forgot to mention Nina gave us the whole werewolf. We're a pack now. and understanding of all the spirits and stuff, which
Well, that was kind of given with the whole with the whole worm and all the other intricacies.
I missed
didn't
that.
mention with that. So that was that was also given, but it was just there's other I said other complexities as well. I just didn't mention the spirits or werewolves, but I did mention the guru as a whole. So yes,
there's a lot of information. My bad.
No, it's fine. That's also important to say. But if you want all the in-depth details of what was said verbatim, go watch the previous session. And tell us how you feel, how you think, what it be. And yeah, we will conclude where we left off. Leading into this session, I will hand it back to our lovely storyteller, Dolly. Come back to us, Dolly.
I'm back.
Where'd you go?
I had to go stop my children. They were being bad. So we begin today's session. Everybody's still outside. We just finished this conversation with Nina, correct?
Yep.
And planning out the attack plan of hitting the Umbra and the real reality at the same time.
Fair enough. Okay, so you've split up into groups. Damien with Robbie, Aurora, Mori, and Gabriel all together.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to start with Gabriel, Aurora, and Mori. Robbie and Damien have since moved away. They're still within range, but I want to know if there's any last-minute conversations you would like to have as a coterie. If so, now is the time. Otherwise, Robbie and Damien and Zero are gonna head off with Nina to figure some things out. Fenrir is with Aurora, so Nina and Fenrir are splitting ways.
I think Aurora would hug Nina. Cause is she in wolf form or person form?
Person.
Completely naked, by the way. Okay.
Yeah, person. No shame.
Okay, cool. Yeah, she's gonna she's a little embarrassed, but she's gonna hug Nina. And she says, be careful, okay? I don't have a lot of family left.
I would not put myself in danger unnecessarily. And then she pats your head in a kind of an odd gesture. You do the same.
Yeah. She's looking at Nina with happy, oh my god, mom gave me the head pat of approval. She looks very happy. She's very I don't know, it's that's her mom now. I know it sounds sad, but kind of true.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, fair enough.
And yeah, she lets her go. And she's just watching them, and she's praying to whoever will listen to keep them safe.
Nina steps away. And slowly ambulates towards Damien and Robbie. There's a little bit of a waddle.
Gabriel is going to wait for Aurora and Mori to be kind of together and talk to them about an idea that has come to his mind.
Okay, before that, is there anything for Mori, personally? Does she have the thought?
Nothing
of
personal. She does take. I believe Aurora doesn't have her phone. Does Aurora have her phone? She'd take
Would
Aurora
definitely have her phone.
100%.
Okay.
I think she broke her phone early on in the campaign, and she's had that one phone for ever, and it's so fucked up right now.
Yep.
It's a miracle it's still
Takes the
working.
phone, snaps a pic. I don't know why. Aside from it's oh my god.
Does she call over the rest of the coterie to do so?
Yes, we should
yeah.
totally. If oh my god, yes.
Yeah, 100%.
Right? Roll play it out. What does it sound like?
Right. Maybe this is a weird idea, but what do you think about, I don't know, a picture or something for memory's sake?
Oh my god, that's perfect. I mean, no matter what happens, at least we have that, right? Robbie, Damien, over here. Team photo. Pack photo. Yes, that.
You say, Damien.
It'll be nice to.
He
Is
just chuffs and Glabro and walks over, since naked is his new state of being.
Oh my god!
This is amazing.
This is a nudist photo.
Just take one real quick and just give the phone back and just
I mean,
say,
Nina
thanks.
stands like behind everybody, so she's mostly covered. Robbie throws his arm around Damien and then around whoever is closest to him. Biggest, goofiest smile, even though his eyes are still red rimmed from all of the emotion. Like his nose is red. He looks stressed, but it's a real smile.
Take that. Yeah, it's
I want to know all the coterie. Describe your smile for posterity's sake. What does your character look like in this moment? We're going to start with Damien. What do you look like in this photo?
I mean, naked and like a smile of like, I'm here for the photo, but I would rather get going right now. So like, it's like the look of like smiling for the sake of the photo, but also like
A little strained?
it's like, yeah, strain. Like, let's wrap this up.
Mori.
I think Mori tries her best to do a smile. It's not something that usually ends up on her face, so it looks strained a bit,
Fair.
but you
Foreign.
can see it in her eyes.
Looks more
regardless.
foreign, maybe not strained, but more foreign. Foreign?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think that's a better word, yeah. You can see it in her eyes regardless, though. Pass it to Luke.
I think Gabriel has kind of a serious expression. There's not a smile, and he's looking past the camera and is lost in thought a little bit, but he's still there and present for the photo. Go Spectre.
Aurora would have her. Wow, I guess the only thing I could say is that Aurora's eyes are filled with hope, light. It's a happy smile, a genuine smile, just being in the moment smile, not thinking about what can happen, what has happened, but in that moment that they're all together and that there's still so much possibility. That would be her smile. And it would show on her face. She has little dimples. It would show on her eyes. Like, honestly, it would be hard pressed to say, if you didn't know anything or had never listened, if you had just seen this photo, you would just think that it's a normal person, alive and well, with their very weird friends. And very happy to have each and one of them there.
Nina is not smiling. She's just standing there looking at it. There's no real concept of a photo. And then Fenrir has a big old puppy smile. But when, Mori, you move the camera and you look at it, there's some distortion in the woods behind the coterie. Something strange.
Do I say anything with Sense the Unseen?
Roll a wits and awareness with an extra dice for Sense the Unseen. 7.
Yeah, I have 7 dice, sorry.
Oh, you're good.
1, 2. Okay, I only got 3 successes, but one of them was a crit, so 5.
When you turn, to look at the woods? Because that's what I'm assuming is like if there's a physical...
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yes, there is something unseen, something obfuscated. When you squint really hard, it's a little... It's like an outline. I'm trying to think of the word. Silhouette. It's a silhouette. And at first you don't recognize it, but with a 5... So they beat you. They beat your 5 in their obfuscate. However, they almost like fading, like a video filter or a video transition, and it's Stone standing there. And he looks very healthy. It's like he's glowing a little, his eyes glittering like a nocturnal animal.
Hey, Stone. What are you doing?
I have returned from feeding, but I didn't want to ruin your photo.
No, come on. And she just drags, Aurora's gonna drag him into the photo. Like, not a care, just like, doesn't realize what happened. She's like, oh my gosh, Mori, thank you so much. I totally did not notice him there. Come on. And just drags him into the photo as well.
I think as he's getting dragged along, Mori just says to him, in particular, just says, I may not know who you are or what you are, but she cares for you. So I'll try my best to do so too. You're welcome to the photo.
He gets a little bit of a smile, and it's also a stranger on his expression, his face. No worries. Don't force yourself to care if you don't. But when he steps forward, Damien, Robbie starts trembling, and I need you to roll a composure and resolve as well.
Or successes.
You find yourself trembling a little bit as well. This was whatever Stone went off to do, that has taken him some time. He seems very in control and very ancient. And it's a bit frightening. It's a bit overwhelming, especially for your new guru senses. The way that he smells, like roses and decay. Even his clothes are new and different, but the clothes themselves smell the same. And moving into the line by Mori and Gabriel, it feels... The aura surrounding him feels... It's old, it's creepy. And you think it's creepy just by nature of whatever he is. He doesn't say anything else. Just moves into line in the photo. Dual colored eyes, glittering, seeing too much. What do you do?
I think while this photo is being taken, he's just kind of hold back like some weird, like instinctual growl of like hostility as he like gets into the line, and then he's just going to like elbow Robbie to like kind of like snap out of it.
Robbie has to like physically shake himself, but he has you between him and Stone. He's quite frightened. And you all take another photo, I'm assuming?
Oh yeah. Like this time Aurora doesn't even put a timer on. She's like,
No.
nah, the timer was bad. Cause like that one got interrupted. So she would be like, nah, I'm just gonna snap this one. She just takes a quick one.
Okay. After which, Stone is like a monolith of sinister malaise, though his expression is tepid and soft. It seems like he's waiting for his turn to speak, but we're going to meanwhile over to Gabriel. Even though the coterie is here, if you would like to mention or bring up what you were thinking.
I think he's only going to bring it up to the two he was assigned to go with. He doesn't want to hold up Damien at all and Robbie. Aurora, Mori. The whole talk with spirits reminded me of a spirit we encountered earlier, or I encountered with Damien. And I think with the knowledge that Nina has given us, I can try to ask it to help us out in this final fight. And I think it'd be a great boon to us if we could, or if I'm able to convince the spirit for a little help. I think we can use all the help we can get.
Didn't you already have like a really bad encounter with that one spirit?
I'm not going to make the same mistake. I learned my lesson. Nina gave us good advice.
I know, it's just, this is still, it's a lot of new to be dealing with now. I mean, I don't want to say it's a bad idea, but we should definitely ask Fenrir for help, because I feel like it seems like the
It's my idea. I have to do it
Garu werewolf.
I have to do it on my own.
Then what? Well, you're not on your own. We're a team.
Mori's just gonna look you in the eyes and say, "And this isn't some way for you to escape? You think it'll actually help?"
I 100% believe it will actually help. And he looks you dead in the eye.
Just kind of turns to Aurora and says, "I think we should let him try it out."
Well, you should at least tell us what it is first.
I don't know the true nature of this spirit. I think it's connected to Gaia. I think it's powerful. And I'm hoping to appeal to its sense of justice. And I'm hoping to trade a little something.
I just and Void, let me know if this is metagaming or anything, but or I would say, I don't know, spirits seem so like subjective, like their ideas of, I mean, look at what Agatha was saying about the world versus about what we saw versus what Nina saw. It's all different. It's the same thing, but it's interpreted differently. And I just worry that the spirits will interpret, and what they want is not necessarily what you want.
I'm literally just going to ask the spirit for help.
Just worried about the price that comes with it.
I've thought about that already.
What if it doesn't like what you have to offer?
It can decline. Doesn't have to. It won't. There's no saying it'll just instantly get hostile. It might just say no and leave, right?
Aurora looks to Fenrir for this one. Like, she's a little, like, because this is a bit of...
It also might not even show up, right?
I need Damien to roll a wits and awareness as he's moving away with Robbie.
Aurora's just looking at Fenrir for help. Like, kind of... Now she is the student and he is the sensei.
You still have your feral whispers active?
Well, I thought Aurora was like, I guess, partially kin. Still new concept.
Yeah. She can actually talk to him, huh?
And she just says in that beautiful lyrical language, which is gonna be fun to talk to with Stone. I don't know what. I'm a little worried. I don't have this experience with spirits like you do. What do you think?
That'd be 3.
Okay. Fenrir says, it all depends. He could get a boon, or they could rip him apart. Spirits are esoteric creatures. They like different things, need different things. Depends on what he's offering. If it's a spirit of Gaia, you're what Gaia would call worm tainted. And on top of that, you dance the spiral, which means you're stained in a way in her eyes.
Yeah, I kind of figured I'd be kind of at the bottom of the class for anything. I don't think Gaia wants anything to do with me. I think she'd be pretty disappointed. And she says that, and she looks really sad. You know, Aurora's very much a I want to make everybody happy yes person. And it makes her sad. And she kind of pets Fenrir. Like, it's kind of an unconscious from being with him for so long, and she kind of stops and she's like, oh, I'm sorry. It's just when I get nervous. Yeah, just unless it's okay.
It's all right. I'm still your companion, as I have been since the beginning.
And she smiles to him, like, kind of like, and she relaxes. And she pets
You could
him.
let him try.
And
In the chance that he gets a boon, it'd be a great help.
I trust your Fenrir. And she looks to Gabriel and she says, well, Fenrir says it could be bad, but it could also be really good. So, he thinks that you should try. And if Fenrir says it's a good idea, then I trust him. Not that I didn't trust you. I like to like multiple sources and stuff and just double check.
I mean, with my past history, you have reason to doubt me.
Sorry.
All the more reason to get a second opinion as well. And your Ken's expertise is appreciated.
Yeah, this whole kin thing is still very new to me. Kind of does a side glance at Stone because realizes that a lot has changed since he's left.
Funny enough, spirits always came up in my studies of the occult. One of those subjects I was always fascinated with. Maybe I'll get to put some of that to use in trying to make this deal. And I'm gonna go a little off into the forest on my own to see if I can do this.
I don't know if you should go by your. I mean, you want one of us on standby? I feel like this is a little dangerous to do on your own.
I think I need to do a act of good faith to show the spirit convey my intentions are pure.
Okay. Are you gonna plant a tree or something?
I mean, if that would make the spirit happy, I would. But we'll have to see. I'll make sure to come back, no matter what. And Gabriel will turn to go deeper into the forest.
Fenrir says to Aurora, or he won't come back, because he'll just be gone. But the time of this whole plan counts on 2 attacks happening on 2 fronts at the exact same time. So unless you tell Damien, there's no chance that they're gonna know once they're shown how to go into the Umbra. And that's when Stone's head tilts and he disappears. And when he reappears, you don't see him, Aurora. Mori, he's likely blinked. And Damien, you hear him whisper your name.
Mm.
Stone tells you to wait. But it's with an authority. It's with an authority that you feel, if he pushed, would seize your agency. Quite literally. And it's a little frightening. Just in a whisper. Right. Damien, do you come back? Because he does not have... Stone doesn't stop Gabriel. Stone lets Gabriel wander out into the forest, but he does stop you.
Yeah, I guess he'll stop, but he's just, at this point, he's just getting more pissed off. Like, it's like he already has rage within him, so it's like this like unbridled rage that already has is just like continuing to grow and grow and grow, and people keep literally waylaying any attempt to, move forward.
Would you like me to let you walk to your death? Or would you desire more information? I am fine with either. I wished only to give you the option. And he's whispering this, and you can still hear him.
What do you even care anyway?
I care. In my way.
Yeah, sure.
And I'll make
And
this
he'll
brief.
just walk back.
Stone blinks and reappears next to Mori. And it's like a wall of malaise. He doesn't speak until Damien and Ravi return. You will attempt to destroy her. And you will fail.
You just said her, so you know what we're up against then.
Correct.
Well, sorry it's back and forth. I apologize for this. Gabriel said he's going to try to commune with the spirit to get additional help with this. But I feel that since Stone decided to mention this small detail, that possibly he has more
I offered
information.
this detail to you earlier. And you wanted to wait.
And now we're all here.
What is Gabriel doing?
Trying to get a boon from a spirit.
I don't think that's going to work.
You might not think it's going to work, but we gotta try everything we have right now.
You don't understand. He slighted spirits a couple nights ago. A few, actually. Do you think someone's disposition with spirits just goes away when you slight them? I literally watched 2 spirits fight over killing him.
I tried.
Wait, hold on. Is this the first time Mori's hearing about this?
Yeah,
It
actually,
is.
I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. And Aurora says, I tried to talk to him and But he's gonna make his own decisions. There's not much I can do. Like, if he's gonna try, he's gonna try. So this either might be the last time I
Oh, boy.
I tried talking some sense to him, and I just.
Yeah, I mean, he wasn't him in particular. He was Michael. So, like, I would imagine, regardless, they see the version of you within, whether you are physically different. I don't think they just look at you on a surface level. They look within the being that you are, not what you are on a surface level. I don't know exactly, but I'm just going, let's assume, right? Let's just go with the idea that these things look through you like glass. And if that's the case, then yes. Where did he go?
He went that way. Damien,
Oh, God.
I think you're the only one that can help him now. Because you have a better understanding than I. I don't... And she
Okay,
hates
so
to admit this. And she says,
maybe...
I don't know how to deal with this. This is out of my depth.
So, DM, this might be out of the grasp of the ability. Would it be possible to use my new 5th level celerity split second to try and undo this mistake? Question mark? Or at least, yeah.
No, because it's not something that you did. And Gabriel's not far.
Okay.
You could literally like blink to him.
Oh, well, yeah, I'm gonna do that right now.
Okay.
Just-
And you have blink, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you could literally, he's not far enough away that you couldn't, you can blink to him. So we can say that Mori blinks to him, and then we'll get there in just a moment, and we'll finish the roleplay between Damien and Aurora. However, at the same time, Mori is literally like, blink, right by Gabriel, so. Go ahead, Aurora and Damien. Stone does sigh at all this, like it's wasting his time.
Fair.
Yeah, he's just gonna sigh and just begin to saunter over to where Gabriel would be. Kind of just like muttering under his breath, like, "Oh, we're doing this again. It's deja vu."
Okay, so you
Deja
disengage
vu.
from the conversation with Aurora and you head towards... You're moving slowly. Mori will get there first, fair enough. Aurora, is there anything in particular you do, or do you just wait with Stone?
I wait with Stone and I look at him and was like, all right, who am I talking to?
I shall wait. And there's such authority in his voice, it's a little frightening.
She just takes a step back and she asks again. I just want to know who I'm talking to.
I have given you my name.
I see.
But I am known by many. And then he
I understood.
looks at you, and when the full weight of that gaze hits you, it's
Yeah.
a lot. And he says, "You must know, I have crossed oceans of time to find you." And he reaches up very tenderly, and he touches a strand of your hair. And then he lets it go. And whatever soft emotion this sinister face can muster, you think he's giving it all to you. And it's more frightening than not. Then we're going to meanwhile over to Gabriel and Mori. Mori, you get there many seconds before Damien will. And Gabriel, he's made good progress into the trees. What does
She
the two of
just
you do?
just try and stop him. She just grabs his hand. And then she just says, "You're really not trying to kill yourself?"
Gabriel turns around, looks Mori in the eyes. I've given up on that.
Then why are you going to talk to a ghost that you've offended? I don't know if that's what it was, but you've offended ghosts? You think they're going to help you? Still? Just trying to, Go ahead.
I'm not sure if they're going to help, but I think it's worthwhile in trying. I think any edge whatsoever, this fight is... I'm scared, Mori.
I
And
get
I'm not
that, but
just scared for myself.
we're not sacrificing you to make that difference.
I'm not trying to sacrifice myself.
What do you think the ghost is going to want in exchange for maybe potentially helping, maybe just killing you off the bat?
I don't know.
Okay, then let's go back.
I have a plan to appeal to it. Let me try.
I was going to until I learned what already happened. Come back.
I know I offended the spirits earlier. It was a particularly rough night. I particularly upset them with a oblivion power when I came across a desecrated corpse.
Mori, you know he's telling the truth as he's talking. You don't need to roll. There's just something about it in this confession that feels really raw, but also I do want you to roll an intelligence and insight. Even though you know he's telling the truth, there's just something else.
Intelligence is 2. Insight is 1.
Blood surge.
Can I use a blood surge for this, Jesse?
Yeah, I'll let you. Totally.
Okay. Rolling. Okay, that's a 10. So I'm good. I'm gonna add 3 dice. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 successes.
Okay. Keep role playing. I'll let you know what you discern as you go.
I used a power to try to cover the tracks of me uncovering this shallow grave. And it hurt all of nature around me and desecrated it more. And that's what I think upset this particular spirit of Gaia. My plan...
Right, but I mean, spirits and ghosts are supposed to be, I think, and correct me if I'm wrong, but aren't they supposed to be like embodiments of emotion? You think they're going to forget you doing something to them or forgive it?
My plan... I was gonna offer all of my powers of oblivion in exchange for its help this one time in ways to make amends. The power that made it so upset. Never using it again.
And that's when you realize it might get him somewhere.
It might get him somewhere?
Yeah. There's an instinctual knowing for Mori, partially because she's trained as an assassin. And at this point in the conversation, you can hear Damien, and there's a little bit of old man grumbling as he's like walking up the trail, because he's sauntering, right? He's going slow. But to forsake something he's so powerful in, because you know that his dedication to that power is pretty high, pretty incredible. It might be significant enough of an apology. It might not. Spirits, there's little Mori knows about them. But it might be. And a part of her feels like it might be enough.
I think there's a couple of seconds where she just looks into your eyes and just really believes, I guess. As much as she doesn't want to, because it puts you in so much danger. She just bites her lip and just nods her head and says, "Do it. I'm sorry for not believing in you." And she lets go of him.
This is the point that Damien has arrived. Damien, there seems to be something different in the trees here, and it isn't your kindred senses that are picking it up. So, I'd like you to roll a wits and awareness, but I'd like you to add one of your rage dice.
I don't have those dice out. Do you want me to add that with my blood die?
Yep.
So that is a critical with the rage die, but there is also a bestial on the blood die. So that's just 2 in the end, I guess. I don't know how you want to rule it. It would be 5, but it's 2.
We can leave it at 5. It feels like the trees are listening. Like there's something that's happened here that they are bearing witness to. And they're interested.
Can I see that with the sense the unseen at all? Like, can I see if any spirits are like conversing or
when you look
observing?
around with your sense the unseen active, there isn't any one particular spirit. It's like a network of them. Fine threads connecting the trees under your feet, and those are what are communicating. The more you look, the more you see these tiny, round-headed, big-eyed little creatures. You're not sure what they are. Tiny, tiny bodies, big heads. And when they turn to look at you, their heads kind of wobble slightly. They're cute, but terrifying to look at the same time. They are both fascinating, like little aliens, and tiny eldritch horrors in some way. Think Mononoke, if you've ever seen that anime.
Yeah, I've seen that movie.
They are watching the three of you with interest. And then one of them points down towards this glade. You instinctually know this trail opens up into a glade, and they point. And when one points, then they all point. And their stubby little limbs with no fingies just move in unison. And you get the feeling that for Gabriel to do this, a Garu must be with him. And you feel that rage in you ablate slightly. Like there's this spiritual calm. Even though the rage stays, it's still there. It is still protective and justice and power, It is the first howl, and it is the last. But this is your pack.
With this observation, he's just gonna grab Gabriel by the shoulder and go to the not even like considering like his current intentions or like emotions or anything. It's kind of like this big kind of like brute mentality of like, we're going over here and you have no say in this.
Fair enough.
So it's like grabbing him by the shoulder and just pulling him along.
I think there's a second of, because you're in Glabros, right? So I think there's a second of like panic, and then like, oh, I'm coming with. And I guess we did start this together. Makes sense to have you there with me for this.
When you say that, Gabriel, that's the trees. There's a little shimmer that goes through the leaves like they're talking. And Damien, you can confirm you started this with him, and it must be finished with him. Nature is cycles of life, change, death. It's all in some ways kind of spiraling, but even that is a little heart-wrenching. For some reason, especially Damien and Mori, the two that have experienced the most chosen violence. For Gabriel, you didn't choose violence. Violence more or less chose you. The frenzy where you attacked that baker, you've experienced these violent things. But in this moment, it's both kind of sorrowful and sweet, making it bitter. You are all taught of the worm. It is bitter to know that that cycle has been broken and that the worm is lost. Maybe the weaver too. It's sad. More than anything else, it is crying. And that invokes different feelings for each of you. There's feelings of protectiveness, feelings of a need to avenge, feelings of missing your family. Gabriel, you picture Gwen's face, and for some reason, her face sticks with you as you move into the glade. She's a part of this, and you don't know how or why, but she is. Damien, you imagine Mia. Her smile, her unadulterated smile, like that, looking over her shoulder while the two of you were trying to play the crane games, and her finally getting the Domo-themed hippo, her hair undone. It's just a picture that stays with you, and you don't know why. Mori, do you follow them into the glade?
I mean, if they don't stop me, yeah.
Okay. For you, it is a picture of your sister. It's Peggy first. When you began to follow her, when you discovered her existence. You remember her training for the police academy. You remember her going to the gym, struggling, waking up. You remember this snapshot of yourself even changing her phone alarm because she accidentally set it for PM instead of AM so that she would wake up on time to meet with her personal trainer. Because being as short as she is, climbing up and over some of the obstacles proved more difficult than anything else. And then the image changes to Aurora, to Gabriel. And so the three of you step into the glade. And it is in the spirit that is bittersweet that you begin to all see the floor glow with these interlocking roots, as if you are being allowed to enter someone's home, a stranger to some, but a mother to all. The feeling of literally being given the spotlight, Gabriel, is a little overwhelming. Damien is here to vouch for you. You get that distinction. But it is your words that matter most. And we're going to take a short break while you consider what to say to the spirits. And then when we come back, we'll round robin again.
I'm not just a pretty face.
And
I got a pretty soul underneath.
And we are back. You feel the weight of all the gazes. Like, it's actually more like just one interconnected large entity, really. What do you say? How do you handle that?
I think there's first just like a nod both of reverence and of gratitude for basically opening themselves up to even listen to his both apology and plea for help.
Mm-hmm.
I think first I would like to apologize to you, Mother Gaia, about inadvertently hurting you last time I met the lion spirit. And I know it's kind of crazy, a little bit unreasonable, but I wanted to ask for your help, for your spirit's help. And Gabriel will get on his knees to just express how non-threatening he is, type of deal, and just show his sincerity. I know I can't undo that mistake, and you have no particular reason to help me. I don't even know if the calamity underneath the city is one of your enemies, but even if it isn't, perhaps it should be. I don't want anything bad to happen to my friends. And he gestures to both Damien and Mori and gestures back to Aurora and Stone and Nina and Fenrir and Thanatos and Robbie. And I learned from Nina that it was proper to offer something in exchange. And I thought the only offering I could make of any value to you and the great lion spirit that, quite frankly, almost killed me, that I was lucky enough to have Damien save me from, is to give up the powers that upset you so badly the first time. Cut myself off from this tie to oblivion that I feel entwined with, but also just isn't me anymore. I don't think I have I don't want to use it anymore. I don't want to be connected to it. And it's only hurt me and hurt those around me and hurt you. And I don't want to be that. I want to stop hurting others. I want to try to be closer to what I always truly was. I just want to be a good person. So this is me pleading for your help, your strength. Because I don't want anything bad to happen to the pack that I find myself in. And he's gonna hold out his hand as if waiting for a reply.
Roll a charisma and animal ken.
I assume my good looks won't help me here.
Mm-mm.
Oh, I do get my tier dice. Every dice matters. Can I use a storyteller willpower just because I want to roll as good as possible?
Yes. You can use up to 2.
Got a good start. We're gonna go 2. I want as big a number as I possibly can get. 1, 2, 3, 4, 8, 12 with 2 criticals. But also there's 2 storyteller willpowers to get that roll.
12 sucks. Damn, okay. Roll me a d12.
D12. That's an 11.
All right, so Damien is going to see this as well. A spirit steps forward, but it's strange the way that it moves. At first, there's this almost this like flat appendage that cuts through the ground, like all that inner working of tree limbs suddenly becomes like the sea, Damien. Mori, for you, it looks like something is moving under the earth but causing flowers to bloom in a trail. But for Damien, there's a fin that moves through the sea of trees interlocking. You lose all of your oblivion power. All of it is gone. On top of that, you lose all of your blood sorcery. There is a voice. Though you do not understand what it says, Damien does and can translate for you if he wishes. But the voice says, "Step forward and accept the Pharaoh."
Step forward, Gabriel.
Gabriel rise and step forward.
You begin sinking into the earth. What it looks like to you, Damien, is he's stepping into the sea. This is, the voice says, a gift to be returned when all is said and done. And on your oath, never again shall you raise the worm-tainted hand. You become a shepherd from this day forth. For I will claim you, filthy one, and you shall walk the life of those changed. And Damien, do you translate that?
Whoops, my bad, I was muted. Yes, I will translate that.
Okay. Up out of the ocean of interlocking roots, there is a frightening spirit. All you can think of Asriel as it looms before you is the movie Jaws. The spirit says, I am a Rokia from the unsea. You become a were-shark.
Amazing.
Your power is borrowed. Your humanity increases by 1. Your aggravated damage disappears. And for all intensive purposes, you are a thin blood. So please change everything appropriately, as this spirit gives you the keys to the car for a minute. We'll see if you prove yourself worthy. But you are one of the Farah for now. There is very subtle changes. Insofar, like, your eyes glow even more blue, and when someone looks into your gaze, they see something swimming in the depths. All of your stats increase by 1. You gain 10 points in skills to spend however you would like. When you gain the advantage Spirit Speaker or Spirit Walker. But in exchange, Oblivion and Blood Sorcery are gone. However, Protean, Animalism, and Fortitude, the Spirit allows to stay.
What were those 2 advantages again, real quick?
You gain Spirit Speaker, Spirit Walker. It's the same one. Essentially, you commune to a spirit, so you can commune with them in the future. Should you not fuck us up? And correct, Robbie does lose his ward. Yes.
That's fair.
Yeah. There is an overwhelming violence in the fury of the sea that comes with bonding this Rokia. Yep.
Thank you, Mother Kaya. I will do my best to prove worthy and be the best of myself for both you and myself alike.
As you are released from the unsea, the spiritual ocean, you step back, your clothes are wet, even though you were in the ground, and suddenly now you aren't, at least for Mori. And Damien, I need you to roll a wits and awareness, and if you have Auspex, go ahead and add an extra dice, plus your extra dice for your tier.
Do I keep my rage?
Mm-hmm.
No, that's 5 sucks.
Okay.
Suck.
There, with a, because you rolled very high on your animal ken, your charisma, there is another spirit, but this one skitters atop the trees, and she makes an appearance ever so delicately on webs, and in a voice that is both a whisper and an overlapping cacophony, she says, I am the Weaver's daughter, and what you seek will assist in unleashing my queen. And she reaches for Mori, but Mori can't see a thing.
Can't see a thing even with Sense the Unseen?
Correct.
Oh, good.
I mean,
Well,
even with sensing this spirit, no, you see like everything else, but you don't see the Rokia or
no,
in
you're
this
good. You're
case,
good. Go ahead.
the Anansi. But Damien, you do. You see it. But it would be... Mori would have to give up a lot for this as well.
Do I know I have a choice?
Damien has to act as interpreter.
Okay.
He'll look at the spider spirit, and then look at Mori. You have a choice. So you can either take it or leave it. But there is much sacrifice.
Can I do an inside check on Damien?
Mm-hmm.
Don't have the best dice pool, but she kind of wants to see like what he thinks, like if it's worth it, if it like would put her in danger, if he doesn't want her to.
She could
Anyways,
just ask him
I'll just
these.
roll. Yeah, no, she could.
Okay, still want to roll. Fair.
Yeah, I'll just roll. Getting no successes, she just says, "Do you think I should?"
It all depends what you're willing to give up. And I do not know what you will have to give up in order for this sacrifice, this exchange.
Do you think it would help?
I think in the end, yes, but I do not know the fallout that would come with it.
She nods her head and says, "I accept."
He will look back to the spirit. She's agreed to the terms.
Okay. One of your strongest disciplines you have to give up.
Do I get to choose?
Uh-huh.
Or does it...
You get to choose.
Okay.
Because they're both the
I'll-
same. And you don't have blood sorcery, which they're like, ew, vitae from the worm taint, yucky.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Mm-hmm. I will give up Obfuscate.
Okay. So you no longer have Obfuscate. All of your stats increase by 10. The Farah were spider possesses you, giving you its power offered by Gaia for this singular purpose. Should you prove worthy, there is a sensation that you will keep this Farah change. And then finally, Damien. You also get 10 dots to add in any skill you'd like.
Cool.
You can use one of the dots instead to gain a specialty, which will give you an extra die when you use it. Damien, you are approached by a final spirit from Gaia. And it says, "So a snake you were, least a snake you be." And it is a Naga spirit that approaches you. You could change your were-kin at this moment, if you wish.
He will accept the form he was given.
Okay.
And instead of like outright rejecting the spirit, he will just simply say, "I've already been given the gift. Even though I would accept your offer, I feel that I've already been granted something that has already been put unto me. So while I do not reject this, I simply say thank you, but I will reconsider."
Okay, the spirit bites you. You gain a boon and a curse. Your boon is you gain your choice, 1 dot in every attribute of physical, social, or mental, either one. However, you will gain a flaw, and this flaw you get to pick. Regardless, you gain at least a 2-dot flaw. So.
Mm-hmm.
And it would probably be best if you pick it from your abomination guru side.
Noted.
Yep. And so you'll have to let me know what you get. Yeah, and it is, just so you know, this is a lofty gift. And there is no hiding. Should you fail, the consequences are insurmountable, not only for you, but your bloodline. Like, Gaia does not hold her punches, even when she gives a gift.
I figured.
This thing that you are going against, if she is fearful enough to give you this gift, there is even still a chance that you will not survive. It's a lot of responsibility. As all of you return to your regular senses, Damien, where Snake bit you, you will forever have a scar. You are marked for the rest of your existence. And we meanwhile,
That's fine.
Briefly, it's almost like a brand, like neither bad nor good, but it is like a symbol and a status. So it will affect when you communicate with certain spirits and what spirits will communicate with you, etc., etc. Luke, Jaqi, Bill, what's your initial reaction as you step back from this? It's almost a like drunk feeling coming back to your senses.
I think for Gabriel, there's a little bit of relief, because he never wanted to be a kindred in the first place, and this has kind of removed him from it. And it feels like such a big gift. And he has I want to fulfill my promises to Gaia. I would like to stay this way if I can, and just do her justice and do justice for myself. And there's this gratitude in his heart for even the chance and to have received his apology and his cry for help this much. It's just immense to him.
All right, Damien, what's going on for you?
I messaged you a couple things. I will. Damien, after like being bitten, will merely just kind of like, just rub his wrist like you would like kind of like a pain, and just shrug it off. And he'll say to Gabriel, now you know how I feel with the constant rage and anger, but it comes from a different place, I would imagine.
Oh yes. Not only Gabriel, but Mori. There is an unadulterated burning. But for Gabriel, it is violence, not just rage. The Rokia, they are, to say unhinged is a descriptor.
I think with that, he remembers being the two people that weren't him, and he has a taste for it, and he still wants to be true to himself. He thinks that scar from going through the spiral was actually such a boon to him that it'll help him out here. And I think he's looking at Damien in the way of like he can help guide me because he's got a head start on me by a couple nights. And there's a little bit more hope in his eyes than there was before stepping into the glade. Damien, I'm sure you and Nina will be a helpful guide for us after we hopefully all complete this task as safely and come back to each other.
I'll do what I can, but I'm... Unlike you, you're more pure in that sense. I'm tainted, so yeah, it's fine.
Both Mori and Gabriel, there's a different feeling and understanding of that, even though it is instinctual. Damien's creator, his kindred sire, you can smell it now. The thing under the earth helped make Damien. And that thing under the earth threatens Gaia's life. And Gaia was not able to return Damien as she was the both of you. This is a fight among family in a non-traditional sense for Damien.
I guess for her, it feels like forgiveness. Something that she didn't know that she needed, but realized at that point. It's something she's been waiting for so long. And I do think she cries. Back to the question, a little bit reminder for me. I apologize. What was said? Just a brief description or whatever.
Essentially, Damien said to Gabriel that he will guide him as best as he can, but he himself is like permanently tainted. Like it's pretty much irreversible. And it is something you instinctually sense.
There's nothing we can do. It's what happened.
Even as you say that, Mori, the Anansi inside of you, that spirit, the Farah, yeah, there's nothing. If Gaia cannot do it, it must be through what gift she has given already. And his honor, his glory, his wisdom, his gifts, his rights.
I think she takes a second to fully comprehend that and then just kind of gives him a nod. She respects him.
It's so bittersweet.
And his decision and what he has to fight against. Something he can never give back, take back. You know? So, anything you need. And that's what she says.
He just shrugs. I also do not believe you have inherited the rage like Azrael and I, so that spirit felt different than the other one.
Very. Far
So
more calculating.
It's all right. My role in this was decided long ago, so I'm just doing the best I can in the moment. As such, he stands up. Should probably get going with everyone else.
Let's go.
And so you all begin to descend from the glade, following that narrow trail back to Aurora and Stone. And we meanwhile, Aurora. Even as the rest of the party is offered something, so too are you offered.
Nah, it's fine.
I would give you a gift. To ensure your continued existence.
She's trying to search, like, she thought she had the answers, and now it's like, it feels like all those answers are crumbling. She just asked. I. What is this? What do you mean by time? What you were saying earlier. What is this gift you're talking about? I mean, I'm already gonna live unless I die.
He takes your
I don't
hands.
understand.
He takes your hands in his. And he rubs your palms. His eyes look almost glass-like, like taxidermied. And then the uncanniness of the gaze strikes yours. Your eyes are also dual-colored, and slowly he lets go of your palms and moves his big hands up to either side of your face. And he kisses your forehead in mock humanity. His lips are cold, but soft. He smells not unpleasant. Like dust and blood and roses.
If you are truly the elder, or no, older, something that I'm speaking to, if it's truly the core who you're speaking through, what is it that you offer
Power.
that I do not already have?
So much power.
But at what cost?
Your humanity. But I believe you will resist.
And you know me too well. I have never been one to seek power.
You have
Not
no
like
choice.
this. What do you mean I don't have a choice? That's...
You will fail. All of you. The primordial is dying. There is no way around it. But we persist. We continue. Walking on her corpse after her demise. But her children are not so lucky. You will fail. And he motions to the collective. You will be devoured. You will be taken. This is a chance. An assurance that all of you survive. I do not wish to lose you. And he cups your face again. Such a pillar of light. In a very dark place. Neither do I wish to lose your humanity, but you have proven quite capable. Gaining. Abdicating.
She just looks at him for a moment.
He just says again, I believe even if you take my gift, you can return your humanity. Because you are all that is good and all that is kind. And he kisses you. And it is as much humanity as this creature can muster. You think maybe like all 3 or 4 points, maybe.
Ooh, that's a lot of humanity for it. Wow. Oh.
Which is significant if this creature is as old as
Yeah.
it is.
But that concerns her even more.
You need to roll an intelligence and an insight. Because even without saying it, this creature is giving you all of the information you need.
My God, thank you for letting me roll dice. I was like, oh my God. Me, the player's like, I'm trying to put it all together. I know, I'm just like, oh God. Me, the player's like, I don't know what he's saying, but I gotta pretend I know what I'm talking about. Oh my God. I will say to anybody who ever plays smart characters, Spectre needs extra time to put things together. She's not very good on her feet. Oh, actually, that's a really good fucking roll. Okay, maybe she is kind of good. Right, that is yay. Okay. That's 4. 6, 8. That's an 8.
You think this is going to hurt him a lot to give this to you. Because you believe, you suspect that you are his touchstone. You are the
Yeah,
reason,
she's not gonna want that
you
gift.
are the reason he even has this much humanity. However,
She's
the feeling is heady to be able to protect your friends, even where their powers fail. As he kisses you, he shows you. He shows you just a sliver of what this creature is capable of doing and why he is here, why he is awakened from his slumber, and where you will rest in the event that you are injured. And he shows you a house. A home dedicated to flesh. A home that is alive, that was crafted by the hands of many and the mind of one. This would be your tomb, should you die. Because this home was built by him. A cathedral. Beautiful. Spirit-filled. Living. Oceans of time. let me give this to you for my loyalty and my love. And he cuts open his wrist.
But I'll lose who I am. I'll lose who I am to you. I'll hurt you.
Only briefly. You have proven, even in the face of the Dark Mother,
What if I don't come back?
that you can change. And he kisses your forehead. Shh, cry not. Least a beast you be, least a beast you become. And there's a glittering in his uncanny gaze. There's a little insanity, but there's a lot of joy as well. You can do this, Aurora. Constance, please. And he gets down on his knees. This great power. He gets on his knees before you. And you are just completely surrounded by the smell of roses. And he says, take.
She is speechless for a moment, and then she says, if I lose all that I am and I die anyway, what was the point of sacrifice?
He just says this ensures your survival. And
But it doesn't ensure anybody else.
this power to save those whom are your stones. Please.
I think, in all honesty, she starts looking around for help. It's like, she doesn't, this is a power that, Aurora's never been one to want more power. If anything, she would want more humanity and understanding.
Fenrir starts
She
to
feels
growl.
he is acting.
And
She feels he is acting in fear.
so as Fenrir's
And she's like-
growling, Robbie's like, hey, she said fucking back off, dude. Like, kind of catching your look, even though he's absolutely, like, terrified of stone.
And she's like, get up. This isn't like you.
This is exactly like me. I am to ensure that you continue your existence.
And what about yours?
Through
About
you,
who sent you?
I will exist. Please. If not forever, then for a moment, take.
Is he lying?
Roll an intelligence and insight.
Oh no. Oh. This is no bueno.
This is an extreme DC. But yes.
Oh god. Okay, I might have to use all my willpowers on this. Oh yeah, I'm definitely gonna use a willpower on that.
You can use
Story
up to 2.
willpower. Okay.
Blood
Okay.
search? Blood search?
Oh yeah, blood. Can I blood surge? Okay, hold on. Okay, can I use a blood surge?
Yeah.
Is there anything else I can use? Okay, let's do hunger rouse check. Ah, fuck. Okay, adding in that extra dice. Come on, give me that. It's gonna be extremely high. I'm trying to get a double crit, y'all. I only got one crit on the. I don't have a crit right now, but I have. I could possibly have a double crit.
God.
We could try. Ugh, this is the last. I'm using both of my willpowers. This is all I got. All I got for me. Oh! Fuck. Okay, well.
Can you use your character willpowers?
I mean.
I will tell you, you do feel like this has chronicle.
This is the roll to end all.
Yeah.
This,
I'm like.
this is a very big deal. To take it or to not take it is a huge. It is chronicle changing.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
But
not. I don't
I don't
envy
know
your
about-
shoes. I don't envy your shoes.
All right. Shit. I'm gonna use one of my other willpower.
Okay.
My personal willpower
Okay.
as a character, because I've used all. I actually only had 2 story willpower. So, let me write that down.
You can only use
Minus
2
2
willpower total. That's all
No!
you get. Yes.
But I only got one. Okay. Well, I did succeed on all the dice, but I did not get all the crit. I wanted a double crit, and I did not get a double crit, which is sad.
Still something, but you know.
I got an 11. That's all I.
You beat the DC. It's a half truth.
Ah.
He will do his best to see that it is not permanent, but he cannot guarantee.
Oh my god.
You also know with an 11, this man's gonna do some fucking crazy shit to keep you alive. Like, if it's not the entity below the earth that kills your party to keep you alive, stone just might. And it is starting to amp up, that insanity. The eye that is whiskey colored in this moment is like quivering, it's like shaking. Like it can't quite focus on you.
Okay, then thing that I had decided long ago is gonna come into play with this. And she will say, if I cannot go back to who I am, then take my soul. So that I can be a voice of reason among the many.
He blinks. That's very myopic, very slow. You would offer yourself to me. And then he slowly stands, and Robbie's like, fuck yeah, fuck no, no, she doesn't. And he tries to get in between, and he pushes Robbie with his mind. Robbie is completely still.
If I can't go, if everything goes wrong, if what you give me...
Fenrir leaps, and again he waves his hand, and the trees themselves, like, act against Gaia and grab Fenrir, who's snarling, and he says again, you would offer yourself to me. And it begins to grow dark, and the earth underneath you kind of shakes in time with the eye ever so slightly. That rumbling. There is a feral insanity.
If what you seek to give me cannot be undone, then let me be your voice of reason forever with you, so that I don't, nor you, hurt anybody else. Only if we cannot undo this thing that you offer.
I see. And he's like starting to breathe, even though he doesn't need it. And when he exhales, the smell of roses and dust intensifies.
I know that means that I will no longer be an individual. But perhaps knowing what you are
He says yes.
This doesn't even like bat an eyelash. Okay.
He says done.
But you promised to try everything in your power to bring me back, right?
So it has been said, so it shall be written into law. Yes.
And she takes one look at Fenrir and she's like,
He's barking, he's growling, he's freaking out. Nina's like screaming, but everything is holding them, whatever power Stone has is holding them back. And
she looks
instead
she
of
looks to
offering
them.
you his wrist, he does something more horrific, and he pulls out his golden eye.
Oh my god! Ew!
And he hands it to
with
you
being
to
sick.
eat as you are looking at everyone.
And as one eye cries real tears, and the other blood, she just tells them, please find me.
Robbie is trying to scream, but he's like held stiff. The command he can't avoid because he's still part Kindred, and he's, you can tell that he is straining. His face is turning red. Looks like blood vessels have popped in his eyes, so they're all bloodshot. You can just imagine that he's screaming at you, don't do this.
And she looks at Nina and says those words, and then she looks at Fenrir and she says, I love you.
Fenrir's just barking over and over and over. Thanatos is barking as well. So is Nina. You hear the...
And she says it...
You hear...
She says it in the lyrical language.
Fair enough. You hear the bunker gate start opening. And it slowly opens, and Mia makes an appearance, and she looks exhausted, but really annoyed. You think it's now or never? Do you take the eye and eat it?
Can we have a break for a moment? I need to go pee. And this is like a really intense decision.
Sure.
Oh
You can
my
take a
God.
BRB. All right, and we are back. All right, Aurora. He is holding out that bloody eye for you.
She just looks at Fenrir and says, now it's your turn to bring me home. And she takes it, gulps it.
Robbie is screaming, even though he cannot move. For the rest of the coterie, the skies instantaneously seem to darken, overtaken by a cloud, and red lightning streaks across the way. As you eat this, Aurora, you feel your flesh and bones decay. The eye that was golden becomes blind, and it changes. No longer do you feel any heartbeat or any calling of the wolf or kin. That ability is gone, completely burned away. All of the gifts from Lilith that you were given seem distant. And as you let out a roar, it sounds completely deranged and monstrous. You get to add 1 dot in all of your attributes. You get 10 dots in your skills to divvy out however you would like. And I need you on top of that to lower your generation to 5.
Oh my god!
Your humanity is now 3.
Yeah.
You are a monster. You gain 7 dots in flaws. Likewise, you gain 5 dots, or 7 dots in advantages, 5 dots in flaws. And you can add many disciplines, but we'll get to that. You watch in horror as your body transforms. Your flesh splitting open. Humanity is a distant thought, a twinkling star in the night sky that makes little sense. But what does make sense is this connection between you and the dragon. You yourself transform into a monstrosity. And when you exhale, there are embers and smoke. A set of leathern wings rip from your spine. And you can see everything almost, but not quite, on an infrared spectrum. Heat, heartbeats, blood. You can taste the wind, and you can hear. It feels like you can almost taste sound. You are so connected and yet other to the world around you.
She just looks at her hand and she says, fascinating. And she moves it. Very fascinating.
It is a 6-fingered claw.
Huh.
Overly long, each finger bearing an extra knuckle. Before you, when you look at stone, you do not see stone. You see the dragon. And he says, perfection. But at the same time, there is a frenzy that overtakes him. And he lets out a howl. And he explodes into this bloody mist. But you know that he isn't gone. He's simply grieving the loss of something minuscule, finite. I feel like that's a great place to end for the night, but I also want to hear the coteries' reaction when they walk into the...
I think she just looks at him and she's like, what? Is this not what you wanted?
His emotional reaction is complicated. Yeah, but it is fleeting. It won't linger long. Eventually, he'll tire, and his frenzy will fade. Robbie is staring at you in horror, though. The dominance that came over his mind, releasing his body, and he just says, Aurora! No. That's right. Your name was Aurora. How fun.
Interesting.
The world is a fragile, fascinating place for you now, Aurora. A place that you have completely outgrown and yet... in need of your molding. Your existence is necessary here. Because should the worm be allowed to continue, it will break apart this world. And everything and everyone on it will be destroyed. The worm which festers, and you can feel it because it is a part of you. Miles and miles of body that linger underneath the state of California and out into Nevada, Utah, even up to Denver, crawling and twisting its body.
This was the logical solution to a one-sided war. I did what needed to be done, and now I can do it. It's as simple as that. Who I once was does not matter of what I can do and what I will become to ensure their survival.
After all, even a world made of glass can be tempered and shifted. Glass, when shattered, can be beautiful. And when it has served its purpose, it can be powdered.
She looks at herself.
Sorry, go ahead.
And she feels fragile. Like there is power, but it's like a glass cannon. She feels so fragile because she feels everything.
Roll for me a composure and resolve.
With my new dots?
Correct.
Yay! What happened to all my hunger, by the way?
You're still at hunger 3?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Oh no, you're at hunger 1 because you ate the eyeball, which was filled with blood, and all sorts of crazy shit happened. Yep.
Oh, well, I mean... Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. 5.
Okay. It is not quite enough to have a human reaction to all of this. It's far more sociopathic. Objects, people are objectified in the way that you're thinking, including yourself. But you're better than everyone else in this line of thinking as well, because you are other. You are set apart. You are outside of their realm of objectivity. I will say, you do find it very curious that there is this tiny, tiny little creature, no larger than a kitten, and with a furry, noodly body standing at the edge of the woods, where you remember the rest of the coterie rent, staring at you with mouth open, and you finally hear Zero's voice. Holy fucking shit.
Huh. Things do get... I think... Are you smaller? Huh. And she kind of compares herself. Why, this does not match the surroundings. Let me get into something a little more understandable. And she looks around for a shape that suits her. She tries to think of a shape that suits her and her surroundings, because clearly no one else understands her shape.
With a 5, you can morph back into some semblance of what Aurora looked like, but you bear a sinister malaise that just lingers in a malicious aura around you. Oh my god, that was Aurora? You looked like a crazy fucking one-eyed skin flute monster with claws.
Huh.
Damien! Damien, help! I don't know what happened!
Is that what you perceive me as? Fascinating. Also, I didn't know you could talk.
Yeah, you did. I talk to you all the time. Damien, help! And he poops himself a little bit, little tiny pellets as he like waddles backwards in fear. And Robbie, then you hear, Aurora!
Yes? Can I help you?
He rushes towards you and grabs your arms.
She takes her arm back. She's like, don't touch me.
You can hear
And-
the blood pumping, and it's not quite. It doesn't smell as delicious, but there is something to it. There's an extra little like spice to Robbie's blood that you would like to taste it. Are you okay? What happened? What the fuck was that?
I became what I needed to be for success.
And that is what? What is...
And she looks at him, and that eye that was once golden and beautiful is just black. And there's kind of like this oozing, it's kind of like smoky a bit. It's all black. This worm seeks to break this world. So I shall break it. And right everything as it should be. I will ensure our survival. Simple as that.
But you're
For you have to live, Robbie.
But your face, your eyes...
All of you have to live.
Aurora.
Huh. Yeah. I mean, I think I'm still an Aurora, but it feels different. Do I hear, okay, so how I imagine it is, it's kind of like there's a human part of Aurora that's like locked up tight and that just banging on the glass in the back of her mind. But I'm not sure if that's would be something that...
Yeah, I mean, that is fairly accurate. Mm-hmm. And you feel the rest of the coterie, Mori, Gabriel, Damien, moving up the trail towards you. Even before you see them, you sense them. And you sense the entities that are with them.
Oh.
But you
They're coming back.
you feel as
Looks
if
like
you get to choose whether or not they sense you.
Why shouldn't they sense me? This is what we needed, right? And she says this out loud. And herself, she's speaking to you, the narrator, but to everyone else, it sounds like she's not talking to anybody. They should know that I would do anything for them. I mean, Aurora would do anything for them. If we are to win this war, after all, I must break the thing which thinks it cannot be broken. For it is me or it. In order for me to be in this world, it's it or I.
In particular, as your coterie approaches and you're speaking, not only to yourself, but to this overpossessing presence, you zero in on Damien. His blood smells divine. The mix of it, quite good.
Oh.
And you actually don't think you need to even be close to him to take it.
And I don't know if I can do this, but I'll like appear behind Damien and I'll just smell him like from behind.
That's
like,
creepy.
You smell different.
That's
Is this how you
sufficiently
always smell?
creepy. Suddenly, Damien, Aurora is behind you, but it's like a mask of her. A doll wearing her flesh. And all of you instantly know that something is wrong and different with her.
All of you are different, but you're special. What makes you so special? Have you always been special?
What did you do?
What needed to be done to win the war, of course. Aurora says,
a couple
and she says this in third
Yeah.
person. She says, Aurora just wanted to help. Or, I am Aurora, I think. Probably. She just shrugs. Doesn't matter.
I know I
just
sacrificed my
says-
soul when I danced, but what did you give up?
Why, the things that made Aurora Aurora, I guess. Because she cares about you guys. Or I do. I care about you. It was the logical choice.
In this moment, Mori, there's a crashing realization. Her humanity. She gave up her humanity for this power. And it is an unrelenting power. It reminds you very similar of stone. Damien, likewise, it reminded you when you shifted and you had wings. There's a incantation of evil emanating from her, and I'm gonna give Mori a moment to react in this second. What does she say? What does she do?
Well, I think when she finally realizes that this is Aurora and not a meat puppet of someone else, she just probably the most terrified she's ever looked. Any sign of hope gone, and she just says, Aurora, what did you do? Where are you, Aurora? And she kind of reaches to the face, or what appears to be the face, and just says, I need you. I don't even think she takes in the words that Aurora says. Her being creepy. Anything at all, and she just brushes her hand against her face, touches the hair that's now decrepit. And if anything else happens, she's probably 2 days to respond.
Something interesting happens watching Mori's reaction for you, and for the player, it's very similar to how Stone responded to Aurora. You don't want to see Mori in pain. You just can't understand her pain. There's nothing wrong with you. You're still you. You're still alive. Everything's fine. And you have the power to help defeat a little worm who got out of hand. Because that's the truly frightening thing about this, Aurora. This worm is just a finite piece of an infinite antediluvian. This worm decided it could act on its own, and the antediluvian decided no more, no longer. For centuries, it has allowed this worm to act, to do, and only recently, from some outside force, has it been influenced. Has it been changed? So now, the directive is simple. Return the worm to whence it came. And this outside force, Aurora, you're not entirely certain, but you believe. You believe they are capable of Koldun sorcery. Or if the hive memory serves you proper, perhaps they are magus, magi humans, interfering in a grand scheme that they do not belong in.
So there's a voice in my head that's telling me that this it thing, it's a smaller, it's just one tiny puzzle piece in a grander picture, and apparently it's being manipulated by these magi, which I can infer to be magicians of some sort. They're playing with things they don't understand. Honestly, it's a little sad, but it's okay. We'll fix it.
We're going to stop them. We're going to kill them.
We're gonna make everything right.
And that's
We'll
where we're
stop
going to
them.
end.
I agree with you.
That's a great creepy ass line. We're going to end them. Unless you have anything pressing that you want to say in the scene, I don't want to get too far without Luke being able to respond.
Aurora trusted you. So shall I.
Any final notes
And,
from Mori or Damien?
Ooh.
I don't think anything needs to be said. Mori is just stunned.
And here I thought I was the monster.
Being a monster is just a matter of perception. I can make myself less monstrous and turns into Mia. Or perhaps like this, turns into Zero. Or maybe like this, turns into Robbie. Or maybe Aurora will just do.
Guess this is your truth, late bear.
Sacrifice is subjective. Your truth lies in that sweet smell, something you're different. As am I. We all do what needs to be done in order to win.
You want to know the funny thing, Aurora? She said the same thing to me before I was turned. I'm different.
Oh, yes. Oh, you are very different. You're very special. I know it now. I see it. I smell it. It's interesting, so fascinating.
He's just gonna give Robbie a look.
Robbie's panicked, crying. He hasn't even caught up to you guys yet. Like, he's running up the trail. yelling Aurora's name. I think at this point he would just barely get there.
Does she remember any of the events that happened to this?
Everything.
To lead to this?
Yeah. We remember everything, but it's not a big deal. You just did what you had to do.
Yeah, I conferred with the voice in my head, and they told me I did what I had to do. I made a choice. As did you all, from the looks of it. She just wanted to help. She believed in all of you. I believe in all of you. She thinks, I think, we think. We trust in you. And whatever happens, we believe in you. You'll bring us back. I mean, whatever that means. Whatever back is, or was, or will be.
Damien's like after this declaration, he's just gonna tap his head. And he's gonna say aloud to, like, just internally, like, are you still there too?
Let me ask. And she knocks on his head. Hello?
When she pushes her power towards you, yes, you are still... Oh, no. Artemis, you did the dance. Artemis was stripped from you, but her power wasn't. So there's no, like, entity that is Artemis. There's just the part that you devoured that became you left. So even though you're alone in your mind, so to speak, Aurora also knocking on your head helps you come to the realization of what is keeping you an abomination, and that is, in part, diablerie.
Interesting. You're all
Makes sense,
alone.
I guess.
But that's okay. You have us. And I guess the sins of your past. Don't worry.
Guess.
We'll win.
Sacrifices.
When you say sacrifices, both you and Mori, and then let me make a note, Luke needs to roll this as well to understand this, but an insight and intelligence.
All of us?
Nope, just the Damien and Mori right now.
Yee.
I got a... It's weird because I got a critical on the werewolf dice, but it's the rage dice, and then I got a critical on the blood die. So, like, it's not a messy critical. Is it like a bloody, like, brutal success?
Yeah, it's more. So your rage increases by 1. And Mori, what'd you get?
Because of the new increased dice pool,
Yeah.
I got 12 successes.
God damn. Yeah. Okay, so both of you succeed. Holy shit. Beyond the emotional response, which is a very human thing for Mori, and then Damien, beyond like the kind of stark realization here, there's a secondary realization, which is what this is all about. Aurora gave her humanity to save humanity. It's something she would do. And for Damien in specific, the conversation, the pendulum with Mia, of if you can save her. The conversation with Mia about the pendulum that swings backwards and forward for your humanity. There's a chance to save Aurora here, but it is all an upward climb. It's tooth and claw, crawling.
In his Glabro form, he's just going to embrace her as she smells him.
Oh, that would elicit a reaction, but I need to
Yep.
roll.
I think Mori would also do that after hearing that. And very loudly crying at this point.
Could I react in a human way, or do I need to roll?
You gotta roll to react in a human way.
Good. Thank you for letting me know. So that's composure and resolve.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Yay, new dots. I am so glad I invested so much in composure and resolve. Oh boy. Okay. Oh hell yeah. Okay. All right, that's gonna be a 7.
Okay. The hug from Mori you would expect. It's the hug from Damien you do not. And I'm gonna just imagine, because I feel bad because Luke isn't here. It is his birthday, you know. I'm just gonna assume Gabriel would hug you as well. I'm just gonna assume. When you re-listen, Luke, let me know if that's not something your character would do, but I'm gonna assume it's something your character would do. And so with them all hugging you, there's a very weird feeling that overcomes you. And it is a Herculean effort to even understand what it is. This human embrace. And you remember way back in the day when Stone said you tasted golden. The simple human gesture given to a Methuselah-leveled creature. The Aurora behind the glass is screaming, pounding at the trenches of your mind. It makes sense, only briefly. Your eye flickers from black to gold, and you embrace them in return. You must make another roll, otherwise you do not gain a point of humanity.
Oh. You know that summoning gift was like, put it up, 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 up. Oh my god.
Oh, I'm sorry. You're gonna need to roll a remorse test. I rolled one for you. You succeeded on all the dice, but that doesn't count.
Yay! Wait, no, that's not fair. Because I actually don't know how to roll.
That should count. You did it yourself, right?
Yeah. I think that should count also because I don't know where the remorse test is.
All right,
because I haven't had to do one in a very long time.
Okay, fair enough. I'll give it to you for this time. I didn't mean to press it. I meant, but you gain a point of humanity.
Yay! And okay, so I was at 3. Now I'm at 4.
Mm-hmm.
And just no facial reaction. She just cries and she goes,
literally feel like Stone the first time Aurora was kind to him in her apartment bathroom. And then even before that, like you literally see Stone and you put yourself in that position, and it makes sense for a moment. Oh, I see. And you feel warm in your unbeating heart for just a second, just a breath.
Oh. I see. And she looks over to Stone.
He's not there. He exploded into mist. When you look
Okay.
over, it's actually Mia, who's like panting, who's come up the trail into like meeting you guys halfway. And she's got like a stake and her gun.
Oh. I see. I think I do. I guess I'm no longer gold. I'm just ash.
In the end, we're
What
just
do you
ashes
think?
and dust.
I wonder what Aurora thinks. What would she say now? I am her, but the world feels smaller now. Even I used to and she looks at Mia, and that sense of admiration just doesn't come. She just thinks, oh, it's not as scary.
There's something very human about Mia that fascinates Aurora in this moment. I need you to roll a composure and resolve. Otherwise, she is going to become an object of obsession for you.
Oh no!
Because she's the only human
Shit.
in... Yeah, she's the only full human in the vicinity, so...
Oh, well, okay. That's okay, sort of. Alright, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5!
Okay, she becomes not an object of obsession, but an object of interest. Her humanity
So she-
literally is a light. Like her, inside the center of her chest, there is actually a glowing light.
Oh, that's so...
Everything about
And
her
I-
is so fragile. You need to only exhale, and the light in her chest goes out, and that fragility is fascinating. Because she is standing as if she is the wall. She is the break line against the tide, and yet the tide will consume her, and still she runs to it. Foolish. Idiotic. Fascinating. Because of this light, that is something that you can never have. You cannot obtain it. The center of your chest is empty.
And she kind of... It's like... appears in front of Mia, kind of like a shadow. And she's like, oh. Hello.
Mia steps
Again?
back, brandishes her gun, has the stake. What the fuck is wrong with her? Why is she like this? What happened? Damien? Mori?
I can explain it. You just have to put the weapons down.
Are you kidding? Are you
It's-
feeling this?
It's okay. This is
This is not
a
okay.
natural reaction.
Have you looked at
No.
yourself? Who are you? What are you?
I am what I need to be to save this broken world.
Aurora, why?
We cared.
Why would you do
did not.
this? You gave up everything. And you don't even know if we can get you back.
I guess we believe in you. Just like, and she doesn't even, she just, it's
She
like
holds
hovering.
the gun to your head. You're a monster.
She just looks at her.
This gun will do nothing. She could unload all the rounds into your skull and it would do nothing. But it is cute that she's trying.
Yeah, she tilts her head and she's like, sometimes someone has to become the monster, or else there wouldn't be a Frankenstein. We wouldn't be here if we didn't have monsters. I like you. You're so bright. The
Okay.
yin to my yang, as they say.
Coterie, you know
The
that
moon.
Mia is going to fire. She's freaked out of her mind. This is not something. The feeling of maliciousness that comes off of Aurora literally matches the creature under the earth. You've experienced it, Damien, up close and personal. So I just want to know
I'll use
what
this
everyone's going to do.
second.
Okay, so you're going to... What with it?
I'm going to remove the gun from Mia's hand. The
Okay.
second she intends to pull the trigger.
Okay, what's Damien going to do?
He's going to put himself in between the two.
Okay, and
Still in Glabro.
Robbie is gonna scoop up Zero, even though that's not really helpful, but Zero's like, he's like in the middle of these giants, like panicking and yelling, and so it all happens at once. You immediately succeed against Mia. She's not suspecting it, so gun is in your hand. You're suddenly in front of her, and her fist is like pressed into your chest, and she's trembling Damien in.
Oh,
She
oh,
says,
I'm.
"What? Why?" Why?
Because we all do stupid stuff to protect the ones we care about.
She kind of like, and I know Aurora's being creepy, but like, kind of like touches her chest, like, huh. Now
Mori
I get to
says
be the
through
monster,
tears.
I guess, and not
Yeah.
you.
Mori says through the tears, "Do not make her sacrifice pointless. She did it to save us. We can save her."
So you think you can save Stone? That's the equivalent.
We're just a mirror. To you. That's all, Mia.
I don't know what that means.
If you're the light, then I am the darkness.
It's not a mirror.
Both are needed.
A mirror would just reflect the light. It doesn't swallow it.
Then I guess, we are the moon. You cannot ignore the light and not have darkness. And that's... I'm pretty sure I am now.
Mia closes her
Don't worry.
eyes.
I'll make everything right.
And to Mori. She says, "What are you going to do?" And it's more a rhetorical question. What are you going to do when you can't bring her back? And the way that she looks at you, Mori, is with this hardened, hunter resolve. You know in this moment that she was ready to put Damien down if he was a threat to the greater good. What are you going to do? Are you going to be able to stop her if you can't save her? She's asking.
Oh,
if you
no,
can do
no,
the
no.
same.
And Mori gets in real close to her, and she says, "Whatever it takes. And
Oh,
if I can't save her, then I'll bury myself with her."
Oh, that won't be necessary. We already made a deal with Stone. If she can't return back to normal, he'll just take her. It's fine. He'll be part of his consciousness. Another seat in his council in his head. So you don't have to worry about her, Mia. She put a false safe to protect all of you. Or I did.
Mia looks crushed. And you can only imagine what Mori looks like hearing this. Robbie is just silently crying, the lump in his throat too thick because he was there. He watched it all and could do nothing. Mori and Damien, you realize, truly and honestly, Aurora gave everything to save everyone.
What's wrong?
That's where we're gonna end tonight. For real. That's the for real ending of tonight. Boom.
Sheesh! Wait till Luke comes back. We're like, so?
I'm a Methuselah.
Yeah, and I really think
But the
everybody's
party
so
hugged
fun
me, and I got a point of humanity, so there's hope.
I guess, and everybody's so interesting, and they're so tiny and small, and boop. I could just boop them in the nose. I hope I'm playing this right, so please give guidance.